Hey, it's Heather Creekmore from ComparedToWho.me, and you're on day 16 of the Spring Break Free. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you caught the first 15, so you're right with us today. If not, you can check them out at ComparedToWho.me and then watch this one. Anyway, today I want to talk about our habits a little bit more. Yesterday we talked about the definition of insanity, and today I want to talk about what you're doing with your time, and most importantly, what you are doing to cultivate your relationship with our Father in heaven. You see, we are so busy, y'all. I mean, it's just ridiculous. We're so busy. I hate to even ask anything of anyone because everyone's busy, right? I mean, do you know anyone who's not busy? And we wear busy like a badge of honor, but honestly, there's just so much demanding our time and attention these days that it seems, I don't know, it seems endless. And that's why we have to prioritize making time with the Lord. We have to prioritize reading His Word and prayer every single day, or y'all will sink. We will sink like the Titanic. We will be sinking ships. Let me tell you a little story. So I was thinking about this a couple years ago, but my husband and I were pretty close, right? We're married. We've been married almost 11 years now, or actually over 11 years. Oh, don't tell him I said that. Over 11 years now. And if you were to ask me, like how he likes his eggs done or which baseball team he'd cheer for, I can tell you these answers pretty quickly. If you were to ask me something more complicated, how does he feel about this theological issue, or what would he say about this moral issue, I could probably answer those questions for him too, because y'all, I know him pretty well. And we communicate every day, multiple times a day, and we're one. We know each other, and we spend time together, and that continues to cultivate our relationship. So I am able to know his heart. And what I think often happens, friends, is with God, we kind of forget that we need that regular communication and relationship too. You see, if you're like me, I was raised in the church, and so I went to Christian schools from grade 7 all the way through graduate school. Okay, so I thought I knew the Bible pretty well, and I thought I knew God pretty well. But what starts to happen if you don't spend regular time in His Word and regular time in prayer is the same thing that would start to happen if my husband and I suddenly decided to stop talking. If I was like, hey, you know what? This is good, but let's just stop communicating for, a little while. What would happen to our relationship? It would begin to erode, right? And eventually, after a year or two of non-communication, would I still be able to predict his answers? I might be able to safely bet that he still likes his eggs scrambled, but I'd be a little less sure of some of the other answers. And most importantly, I'd be less sure of his love for me, right? It'd be really hard to feel like I was loved if we weren't communicating. Friends, I think the love that we crave more than any love in the whole world is the love of our Father. And it's there for us to receive. But when we don't communicate with God, when we don't read His Word to us, when we don't pray to Him, we have a hard time feeling and remembering and believing that love. So my encouragement to you today is, what are you doing with the first 15 minutes of your day? At our church, we call this First 15. My husband's a pastor, and he encourages everyone in our congregation to just get up and devote that first 15 minutes to God every day. Before you check your Facebook, before you check your Instagram, before you check your email, before you make your breakfast, before you do whatever it is you need to do that day, give God 15 minutes. Open up His Word. Read how much He loves you. Read how trustworthy and awesome He is to fulfill His promises. And then spend some time in prayer. If you have longer than 15 minutes, awesome. But just set 15 minutes as a minimum threshold for you to spend with God each day. And it will transform your life, and you will see change happen. I'll see you tomorrow for day 17 of ComparedToWho.me's Spring Break Free.